it's working. That was like literally the fastest that my computer ever started working. It usually takes me like closing it and reopening it, blah blah blah. This is just laundry. But yeah. Yesterday I was working. It was my first gonna be full week of work. Usually I call in sick on Mondays because Mondays are so busy and I just don't want to deal with it. But I had a bunch of vitamins on an empty stomach, which I Googled and realized that that was the reason I was dying. I had the worst stomach pain. I had D3, 1,000 industrial or international units, 1,000 milligrams of um, vitamin C, and then 50 zinc. And apparently, if you take lots of vitamins on an empty stomach, you can get really bad cramping and diarrhea. Had that, so traumatized. I was literally like, I don't want to get into the details, but it was very not fun. And I ended up not working all day. Like I worked in the morning, but then I signed up for my break at 9:45. Went to the bathroom thinking this was gonna be like a quick thing and it would be over with and done, but I was late coming back from my break by 55 minutes because I was just, you know, incapacitated and I was dying. But yeah, so I basically was on the toilet all day and then I laid in bed and I realized laying on my back I felt kind of okay, so I just kind of stayed on my back for the rest of the night and now I feel fine. Now I'm having caffeine. Don't know how that's gonna affect me, but hopefully not too bad. Anyways, so I was laying in bed and then around 5 or 6 o'clock, my husband came home at like 4:30 or something, 4:40. And I had told him like I wasn't feeling well, like I had like a horrible day. And he came home and he's like, "Are you okay? You know, whatever." And then we have a weed vape, and I was like, I kind of want to smoke some weed, you know, see if that helps, you know. So I did. He went to Walmart to go pick up some pizzas, some like frozen pizzas. And I smoked the vape and I felt so good. And I was just sitting in my bed, nice and comfortable for the first time all day. And I was listening to music and I was just like scrolling on YouTube, like watching like people make over Barbie dolls and stuff like that. It was very entertaining. I closed the door only because my sister's home and I don't want to be annoying. She's gonna shower now. We just went for a nice walk and we saw the neighborhood bicycle guys. And the one guy was wearing tight bike shorts, but it looked like literally like briefs because it had like penis stitching for like where his penis was, and it was like really weird. And then I think his friend tried to pet my dog when I wasn't looking, and she like ran away. I felt bad. I've been doing my nails myself. I bought a lamp and some nails and some gel, and I'm really excited to get my chrome powders. I'm going to do chrome because like the gel that I bought was supposed to be holographic. Not holographic, just like basically glitter, reflective glitter, which is really annoying because I was so excited for holographic nails. Was the first time I left a review on Amazon actually. But a few weeks ago, not a few weeks, maybe like, okay, so one night after the Backstreet Boys concert, so I'll just give an update because I'm bored and I haven't made a YouTube video in a while. So after the Backstreet Boys concert, the next weekend, the Friday, we went to karaoke night at our favorite bar. Oh, my favorite bar at least. I think it's my sister's favorite bar too. And it was a lot of fun. We smoked a joint. Well, no, we smoked the weed vape while we were waiting. And then we had some drinks before we left. And when we got there, I don't know. I don't really remember too much. But there was this girl that really like tormented my sister. And she had the nerve to like at the end of the night come up to my sister and be like, I'm so happy you guys are good. And I look at her straight in the face and I'm like, are you? Like, are you? And then John was like, that's like how you start a fight. And I was like, she could hit me, I'd hit her back. I don't care. She literally tormented my sister for 2 years. Like, spread horrible rumors about her, made her cry every day. Like, she's a horrible person. And my sister's literally the nicest person. But anyways, so I was laying in bed yesterday, nice and stoned on my phone, listening to Rasputin and some Billy Ocean, and I was having such a good time. And then I was thinking about when I used to work at this Greek restaurant. I mean, I know I posted this story like a long time ago, but I deleted all my videos, so the stories aren't there anymore. Um, and I was thinking about how this time, this girl that she didn't have many shifts, like she came in like once a week or something, and she stole the cook's wallet, and he caught her trying to put it back after he made a whole kerfuffle about how his wallet was missing, and she went in her bag and tried to put it back on the table because he said that he left it on the table with like his handkerchief and like his keys, and then he came back and his wallet was gone. And he caught her taking it out of her bag to put it back, and her excuse was that she had a concussion and she doesn't remember doing it. So she said her excuse was that she didn't remember stealing it and she didn't remember putting it back because she had a concussion like 2 months prior or something. Yeah. And then it was really awkward. I was telling my sister, like, just on our walk, that she came up to me and she's like trying to like talk to me and say like, oh, I don't remember what happened, like I don't understand what's going on, and blah 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 blah. And I was like just like listening, and I was like, oh well, didn't know what to say, like so awkward. And then she asked me for my number, and she lived in like her boyfriend lived in the same housing complex as I did, so I was like, fuck, I might see her. And so I gave her my number because, like, how do you just tell someone no, you can't have your number? I'm really bad for that. When people ask me for my phone number in person, like, I'm really bad for, like, giving it to them. Unless it's, like, a guy that's, like, hitting on you, but I don't get hit on, so it's not really a big deal. Oh, but when we were at the bar on karaoke night, there was this old man. He's, like, 72 now. I think he said he's 72. But he sings, like, beautiful Italian opera at karaoke night. It's really nice to listen to, and it was so nostalgic because he's been coming there since I was like 19 and I started going to that bar, so like 10 years. And every Friday night I would hear him sing his Italian songs. And I was sitting alone at the table. My husband had gone because this was the night that Rogers was down, like in Canada, like Rogers and Fido. Like I had no phone service, no cell service, and no internet. So like I couldn't work all day. It went down at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And so at the bar, the only banks that were working were like a couple banks, but not the one that my husband has. So he had to go find an ATM. So he went to go find an ATM, and my sister and her boyfriend, I don't know where they went. But I was sitting by myself, and I was facing, his name's Ricardo. And I was like, wanted to talk to him, but like, my sister's like, no, that's weird if we walk up to him. So like, I was sitting by myself, and I was like, just like waved at him, and he's like, me? And he waved back, and then I just went over and sat with him, and I was like, I remember you from like my early 20s, and like every time I went to that bar on Friday night, like that bar has been a big part of my life. It was literally always there. Hi, Boo Boo. You want to sit in Mommy's lap? And then so yesterday, when I was not feeling well, Bijou has a thing now. For the last 2 weeks, she wants to sit in my lap while I'm working. She never used to do that, except for when she was a puppy. Come on, come on, come on. She's not gonna come up. She never used to do that, but then like about 2 weeks ago, she started always wanting to sit in my lap. And I tried so hard to work yesterday, but then eventually I was just like, fuck it, like I'm not gonna feel any better. I need to lay down. Bijou. And I let her in my lap, but she was like pushing on my stomach and it was making it cramp again. So like I was like, fuck, you have to get off my lap. And like I'm like trying to get her off my lap and she's just like moving around the chair and I was like, oh my god, there's not enough space for us both to sit here. And so when she finally got down, she went and sat in the bed for a little bit. But then she came back and I'm like on the phone and she's like screaming and whining and crying really loud. And I'm like, the obligations of a Chihuahua mom. But then, so anyways, the weekend, the day after we went to the bar for karaoke night, my sister sang a song too. She sang Backstreet Boys with her friend, who's actually very funny. Oh, that went down hard. We went downtown. Me and John went downtown, and we were just like gallivanting around. And I literally had the diarrhea so bad when we were like on the subway. So like we get to like a really busy subway station. It wasn't really busy, but like it's a really big one, and we had to walk to the bathroom, and like I just let it fly, and I was like feeling so much better, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to party now. So what are you looking at? And we went to this bar that we went to after the Backstreet Boys. I've been there a few times. It's a nice bar. They have delirium tremens in a bottle, and it's really tasty. It's like my favorite beer. And they also have Murphy's, which is like my second favorite beer. And then I guess I like Moosehead and Keith's and Canadian. And Rickards Red is in there too. I like Rickards Red. But we ordered Murphy's. It's a stout. And when we were so we left that bar to go somewhere else, and then we went to the weed store to buy some joints. And we smoked a joint, and then my husband's like, I'm too high to go in anywhere right now. So we just walked. We were pretty far from the bar we were at first, but I wanted to go back there. So I was like, well, why don't we just walk back to the first bar, and then you'll hopefully be feeling better. And so we did walk back to the first bar, and he was feeling better. And then we went down into the basement, and we ordered 2 pints of Murphy's. So I don't know if you know this, but stout has like the foam at the top. It's like really thick, and the bartender gives us our beers, and in one of them there's a dick drawn in it, and the other one it's either a ball sack, an ass, or a vagina. I'm not sure, but I had to drink the one that had the dick in it because my husband didn't want to drink that one. It was really funny, and then yeah, I thought it was funny. I took a picture and sent it in my family group chat, and one of my sisters was like, not cool. But she's very religious, so she doesn't believe in drinking or, I guess, penis humor. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was very funny. Anyways, this is a very long video.